Have you ever read something so blunt it just stops you in your tracks? That's Psalm 14 for you. It kicks off with a powerful line. The fool says in his heart, "There is no God." Now, this isn't about calling people names or questioning their IQ. The original Hebrew word for fool here, *, is less about a lack of intelligence and more about a moral and spiritual void. It describes someone who lives their life as if God simply doesn't matter, as if he has no say in how we conduct ourselves. It's an attitude, a willful ignorance that has massive consequences. The psalmist, David, isn't just making a philosophical point. He's looking around at the world, at his own society, and what he sees is deeply troubling. He sees corruption spreading like a virus. When people operate on the assumption that there's no ultimate authority, no divine accountability, what happens? Morality becomes a suggestion, not a standard. Everyone just does what feels right in their own eyes, which often means doing whatever benefits them the most, regardless of who gets hurt. Compassion dries up, and injustice starts to look normal. Does any of these sound familiar? Then the perspective shifts dramatically. We're told that God looks down from heaven. Imagine that for a moment, the creator of the universe observing humanity. And what is he searching for? He's looking for anyone with understanding, anyone who genuinely seeks him. But the picture painted is bleak. It says, all have turned away. All have become corrupt. There is no one who does good, not even one. It's a sobering assessment of the human condition when left to its own devices. Integrity becomes a rare commodity. Goodness is often mistaken for weakness. It's a world turned upside down, where right is wrong and wrong is right. Psalm 14 forces us to face an uncomfortable yet timeless truth. When a society collectively ignores God, disorder is the inevitable result. Think about it. Without a transcendent source of truth and morality, what do we anchor ourselves to? Personal opinion, popular consensus, the whims of those in power. When reverence for God disappears, the very foundation of truth begins to crumble. And without accountability to a higher power, oppression thrives. The powerful feel they can get away with anything, and the vulnerable are the ones who suffer the most. The wicked feel secure in their schemes, while the righteous are mocked or trampled. But right when the psalm feels its darkest, a sliver of light breaks through. Even in this grim diagnosis of humanity, hope is not lost. The psalmist declares, God is present in the company of the righteous. He is a refuge for the poor and the oppressed. This is a crucial turning point. Those who mock faith might seem powerful for a time. They might seem to have it all figured out, but their confidence is built on sand. God's ultimate justice will eventually expose every false security, every hollow boast. The plans of the wicked will come to nothing because they have built their lives on a lie that God does not exist or does not care. And this is how the psalm concludes, not with despair, but with a deep, heartfelt longing for restoration. The final verse is a prayer. Oh, that salvation for Israel would come out of Zion. When the Lord restores his people, let Jacob rejoice and Israel be glad. It's a cry for renewal, a desire for God to intervene and make things right, to bring back the joy and peace that had been lost. This reminds us that spiritual and moral decline is never the final chapter. God is always at work, always watching, and he is more than able to restore what has been broken, both in our world and in our own lives. So, what does this ancient psalm mean for us today? It's a powerful challenge. It asks us to look in the mirror and examine our own hearts. Do we truly live as though God is real? Not just believe it in our heads, but live it out in our daily actions. Do our choices our words and our priorities reflect a life of faith, integrity, and compassion? Or have we, perhaps without even realizing it, started to live like practical fools, acting as if God has no bearing on our Monday morning or our Friday night? Psalm 14 is a call back to wisdom. Profound wisdom that begins and is rooted in acknowledging God in every part of our lives. It is a reminder that a life connected to the Creator is the only life that leads to true order, justice, and lasting joy. Thanks for watching.